like not having the delta up when I'm doing this, because I don't get any sort of false sense of what I'm doing. It's nice to be able to see it. That's definitely not going to be good for a lap time improvement.
G'day and welcome to Full Send Sim Sport. My name is Greg and today we're turning our attention to the West Circuit at the Bend. Measuring 3.41 kilometres, this layout includes some of the longest straight segments of all configurations, interspersed with fast-paced sweepers and challenging braking zones. We'll be showcasing this circuit in the Mazda MX-5 Cup car. Let's go, full send.
The pit lane speed limit is 40 kilometers per hour.
Not sure how much speed or what gear I'm going to be able to take each of these corners in this car on the cold tyres. Obviously all these corners are very familiar because they're in most of the track layouts except for the East Circuit. Go full speed through here maybe. Yep, even with cold tyres. Okay, and alright, so we've got a right hand turn here. We've got to negotiate. And this takes us onto the straight that goes into the what would be a relatively fast right-hander into the heavy braking of the left here. This one that's a little bit tricky. It's got the crest sort of in the middle of the corner. Well, a bit too much steering angle on there. So quite a short track layout this one, because here we are already at the second to last corner. This car rotates really easily. I really forgot how this car drives. It's been so long since I've really driven it. And here we are, back onto the main straight. We'll see whether or not we can get into top gear before the braking zone. It is quite a long straight, but I doubt we'll get there with the MX-5. Oh, those tyres squeal like nobody's business. Okay. So this will be our first flying lap. I don't know what a competitive lap time is going to look on this particular layout in this particular car, but I doubt there's too many people actually driving it at the moment, so probably a little bit deep there. Maybe I'll take a little bit more speed through that. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm getting the feel for it. Whoop. It rotates really easily, this car. So by now most of the corners are familiar. There's obviously the ones that are a little bit different, which is the ones where the West Circuit breaks away from the International and then sort of comes back to it. Right, so what sort of time do we put down here?
That lap time was 1:35.24.
So 1:35.24. Alright, let's see if we can make a little bit of time up. How late can we break into this corner? A little bit later. So worried about spinning the car coming into that corner. It's the camber there and the way that this car rotates makes it very unstable. Can we brake a little bit later into this one as well? We can, but it does drop us a little bit deep. A little bit too much rotation there. Tires squeal. Alright, what are we looking at? Have we improved, and how much have we improved by if we have?
That was your fastest lap of the session.
You've just done a 133.62.
133.62. There might be a 132 in here. Let's see what we can do. See how much more we can push it. How much more am I willing to risk? At the risk of spinning the car by over pushing. Maybe even coming down to first gear in that corner is probably a better option. We'll definitely carry a bit more speed through there, I think. A little bit better throttle management through that section will probably get us a little bit more time. First gear here as well, does that help? Maybe. It's hard to see without having a delta. Carried a little bit more speed through there, but may have scrubbed a bit of time with the tyres sliding, but let's see how we go.
New fastest lap
That
for you.
was a 132.69.
Oh, there we go.
That's your
Look, we
best
just
lap
took a
of the
second
session.
off of the lap time there. Alright, let's go one more. Let's see if we can improve again. So sort of getting a bit more familiar with the car, track, and how it's handling. Can push a little bit harder. Try and find the limit a little bit more. Risk a little bit more to gain a little bit more. Don't want to push too much though. But finding the edge of the limit, that's the key. Be interesting to see whether or not we've improved at all. Probably a little bit slower through the final corner there. But
That was your fastest
oof,
lap of the session.
nearly
That last lap was
nearly
a
into a 130.
132.04.
Nearly
Good
into the
lap. That's your
131s.
quickest today.
Alright, one more. Let's see if we can push into the 131s. Ooh, that's probably not going to help us. I like not having the delta up when I'm doing this because I don't get any sort of false sense of what I'm doing. It's nice to be able to see it. Ooh, that's definitely not going to be good for a lap time improvement. Now we're kind of relying on other parts of the track that will maybe have picked up a bit of time. But I reckon we're going to struggle to improve on this lap. Ooh. Whoa, that's definitely not going to help either. I feel like I took that a little bit better, but let's see. No, it was slower.
That lap was a 132.81.
Oh.
That puts you 0.8 off your best.
That's our laps of the West Circuit in the Mazda MX-5 Cup car. I can definitely see this configuration working well for the MX-5s, the GR86s, and possibly even the BMW M2. I hope you enjoyed seeing this layout in action. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and join us for the next track in the series. Until then, keep it full send.